On this week's World of Saltwater Fishing, Miami's Biscayne Bay shines in a big way.
Chunky snapper, you Gavet?
That is.
I'll be with the Gavet Tuttle, and we'll be fishing the inlets off Haulover, as well as Government Cut, and catching a wide variety of game fish.
Beautiful stuff, Gavet. Woo! Here he comes. Would you believe another grouper?
Oh, nice grouper.
That is. That big jack.
Canal tunas.
Canal tunas. Haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that?
No.
Stay tuned. It's going to be one exciting episode.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing, celebrating 21 years of fishing television excellence. Big fish don't stand a chance.
I grew up fishing North Miami's Biscayne Bay. I always said that some of the prettiest waterways are from Miami southbound. Some incredibly good grass flats, different types of structures, channels, some artificial reefs are even in there, and the fishing can be very good if you know where to go and how to do it. One person who knows how to do it is Captain Gavet Tuttle.
I run a light tackle sport fishing operation out of North Miami Beach called Back for More Fishing Charters. We focus mainly on inshore light tackle, snook, tarpon, and offshore sailfish, mahi, all the usual suspects that you can find in the nearshore, offshore reefs of Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
So Gavet and I had done a couple shows in previous years. We decided let's get together again and showcase what Biscayne Bay has to offer in terms of fishing around inlets. I had the brand new Mako 236 at my disposal. It's a brand new model for Mako Marine. It was powered by twin Mercury 150 horsepower outboards and equipped with SIMRAD electronics. It's a deep feed 23 footer, which means that it was made for offshore fishing.
The inlets all along Florida's coast all produce fish.
You catch everything here from permit, African pompano, big mutton snappers, there's grouper in here, tarpon snook, of course, are the headliners. You're never going to tell what you're going to hook up when you drop a live bait down.
Too far, I'm out right there.
It should be
I
good.
pitched out this live pilchard, letting it go down, felt the thump, I wound tight, and I had a fish on.
There we go.
There he is.
There we go.
And it had a good surge initially, and that's fighting totally different. So it's not a snook. Gavet said probably a big mangrove snapper. And sure enough, when this mangrove snapper came up, I was like, whoa, look at the size of the mangrove snapper. I said, I could sit here and catch a dozen of these things.
Coming your way, buddy.
But we were greeted with some very nice mangrove snappers. When they're there, they're aggressive and they're good eating fish. These were really nice sized mangroves that were coming through.
Chunky snapper, you Gavet?
That is. Good.
So without a doubt, it was a keeper. We placed it in the fish box in 236 Mako, rebaited, pitched it again.
Hi, Gavet.
There's that thump, wound tight, another beautiful mangrove snapper.
Nice snapper, George.
It is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, it is.
We were using 20-pound test braid outfits. We had the PENN Clash 2 reels filled with 20-pound test Suffix 832 braid in camo. We had 30-pound test fluorocarbon leader. We were using white jigs. We would take either a live herring or live pilchard. We would impale the bait through the lower jaw, out the upper jaw, or sometimes you could nostril hook it, and you would make a cast, let that bait swim down, and let the tide sweep the bait away down past these pylons to make it look like the natural forage being swept out with the tide.
You see, you got the end at bottom of that. It must be
Yeah,
a bunch
he
of
was
line and
wrapping
everything in it.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, trashed the leader.
Another one for box them up.
Another one for dinner. It's whether I'm fishing an inlet or I'm in the Everglades fishing mangroves. I'm usually looking for somewhere where something's breaking the current up a little bit and causes the water to go around it, and sometimes it goes around it and swirls back the other way. I'm usually looking for a fender or a bridge piling, anything that's going to block the current as it's coming past. The fish will lay behind it, and then you just position your boat to where you can flip cast into those areas safely.
There we go. Big old snapper. Coming around here. Mangrove snapper.
You want the net, George?
Yeah, no, I got this one. He's not quite the netters like the other ones we have, but he's
That's a
not bad
normal,
either.
nice sized bay snapper. The other ones you caught were definitely above average.
Oh, the ocean snappers.
Yeah, no, those were
How's this size one?
I think it's 12 inches on those and or
Do you
10
think,
inches on
think he's
mangrove.
legal?
Yeah, he's legal.
So we had an exciting little pocket there. Got plenty of mangrove snapper, plump ones for dinner. So that particular spot, it chilled down. Gavet said, let's go check another part of the bridge.
When I'm fishing inlets, I usually just try and hold the boat in a spot where I can give the guys a decent cast where they don't have to cast real far and get a bait down. And that's what I'm usually looking for. Just somewhere to comfortably fish and safely fish.
Big snook, Gavet. He's digging me. Here he goes. Seems like he got me on something.
I know. Yeah, he went through the thing.
He's still on. We're just tied up somewhere.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly being brought to you by PENN, let the battle begin. Mako, you'll find them where the fish are. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, your adventure starts here. Mercury Marine, go boldly. We'll be right back.
Still feeling shake his head?
He's around.
Right?
He's rocking
Okay.
on something there.
Yeah.
North Miami-Dade's Haulover Inlet can be challenging to fish, given its narrowness, strong currents, and boat traffic, but the bull ring, as it's affectionately called, certainly holds fish. I'm with Captain Gavet Tuttle.
I think I got him out. Got him out. Come around the other side here.
Yeah.
And incoming tide we had, nice clean water.
And the water was a lot clearer. It was going to be a little bit tougher to get a bite, so we scaled our leader down, and George flipped one in and set the hook on a really, really nice fish.
And I've got a snook on. And the good thing initially is when I hooked the snook, it was off those pilings. Then it turned around and it started making a smoke and run. Right back to the big bridge piling. I feel it get across that, and I feel it wedging itself into the actual bridge span itself.
Got me in there again. Got me. Oh, the other side of
Does
the.
it run the other side?
He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out. We got him. Here he comes. Here he is.
And as soon as we got him back away from the structure and we fell back with the boat, I knew then we were good. We didn't put very much pressure on him at that point because we knew the leader had already been compromised.
Now, all I needed was for the hook to hold and for that leader to stay in place and not fray until we got this fish in a net.
So we just wanted to ease that fish to the boat, and we did, and leader was completely trashed. So
Nice, Gavet. Woo!
What a beautiful Haulover Inlet snook.
Beautiful snook, Gavet.
nice fish, George.
How many times did he get us around there?
Too many. He made it interesting, but
It is unreal, man.
we worked the angles and we got him out. Solid fish.
It's absolute beautiful fish.
And what's even more remarkable is I looked at that leader. Had that fish run 3 more inches, 4 more inches around the net, that would have been it. That fluorocarbon completely frayed.
Gavet, he bite my thumb. Time for him to go.
Good sign.
Back down to join the masses. All right, Gavet, good one. Didn't we do all right?
Nice shot, bud. Nice one, bud.
You said, you explained to me, since this area gets fished so hard, you have to skill it on everything. We're a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. You see how many times that thing got us around there?
Yeah,
I'm surprised
we
it
got
held.
lucky. He rubbed on everything in there, but we played the angles, we pulled him back, got him back on the good side. You felt it once he came clear. We got him in the open water. That was it.
In Miami, 1,000 boats coming up, you got everything.
That's what we
It's a game of
say.
challenge, big tides.
You got to risk it for the biscuit, George.
Well, we
You
risked
did.
it.
To give an idea of the variety of fish that pass through an inlet, like Haulover, and sometimes if you're working on fish and they shut down, you lay off them, give them some time off. Maybe you'll fool a few more of them again. That was, our hope. We came back into another spot on the bridge where we were getting the mangroves and where, we had a couple snook shots. Flip out, same deal, same setup we had. Hits the bottom, I get thumped immediately.
Big snapper. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got me some stuff down there. I could feel it. Check that out. That's a big, oh, it's a grouper. Check. A little more of the variety, huh?
Yeah. Black.
Yeah, it looks like a gag to me. We'll see.
So here we go, where the mangroves were stacking up. Now it seems we have grouper down below.
All right, Gavet. Not bad. Just another variety?
Yeah, getting a bunch of different types, and you'll catch some of these. They're usually juveniles. Rarely will you get a legal sized one in there, but once in a while you'll hook a big fish around here.
All right, go back down there. We'll see what we get.
Hey-o!
They got a bad habit of doing that, you know.
Yeah.
And when I first hooked it, and it was fighting, it was trying to dig its way to the piling, but it never had enough steam to get there. It came out a little bit, and then starting to crank it and bring it up, and I looked down there, first glimpse, I thought it's another big mangrove snapper like they've been catching, and all of a sudden pop up a grouper. Pleasant change.
Grouper are another species in the inlets that, you might see 1 in 20 tries there, maybe 1 in 30 tries, but it seems like when they're there you catch multiple ones, and it always seems like they travel in groups. We had lost one fish that we weren't sure what it was, but it sure acted like a really big grouper. And then the very next fish we pulled in was a gag grouper, and then the very next bite after that was a black grouper. So we knew there was some grouper in the area.
Here he comes, and would you believe another grouper?
Oh, nice grouper.
That is. Check this out. There's a black.
Yep. Going net him, Georgie, or are you just gonna grab him again?
Let me go down there and see how daring and how well he's hooked.
Yeah.
And there you have your black grouper.
Nice fish, George.
Fought the fish back up, and this time it's a beautiful black grouper.
All right, very good, Gavet. Okay, release time. Yes.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly being brought to you by SIMRAD, the new SIMRAD NSS Evo 3S chart plotter. The best just got better. Rapala Coastal, another great day. Suffolk's, always use the best line. Starbright Boat Care Products, blending technology and performance since 1973. We'll be right back.
After catching our share of fish at Haulover Inlet, Gavet Tuttle and I head south to try our luck in Government Cut.
So we had put a few fish in the boat and we were having a good time. I wanted to run down south and see if we could find some tarpon.
You look at the two major inlets in Miami, Haulover Inlet, North Miami Beach, Government Cut to the south. Two different personalities entirely. Haulover, the inlet I grew up fishing out of, is probably one of the most underrated inlets when it comes to roughness and being dangerous in the state of Florida. That's because it's extremely narrow. So when that tide goes pushing out, all this water just gets funneled through with intensity that you really have to see to believe it. Government Cut, almost the total opposite. A very deep inlet, I believe it goes down to 50 feet now. Cruise ships come in and out of there as well as any kind of craft. It's wide, it's deep, a lot of water gets funneled through there too, but it lacks the intensity of that short bull ring like Haulover tends to be. So there's a little bit more breathable, fishable space in Government. And speaking of Government Cut, we paid that a visit as well. We ran to the southern point, we were working in outgoing tide, and we see a school of big jackerville pushing ballue and crashing everything in the vicinity.
There we go.
There we go.
And our baits were right in the path of these big jacks, so we had immediately hooked up with a double header.
These are jacks, these are big jacks.
They are.
We might be chasing them to the south, you know that, right? Yours is going to Bimini, mine's going down to Key Largo.
Yours going to Key West down there. Yeah.
Did you get a look at the jacks when they're busting through? What size?
If I had to guess, they're probably those 8, 12 pounders.
Oh, I got a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
You gaining or?
Yeah.
Mine's still bumping forward as long as you're gaining.
Is he dumping you or are you good?
No, I'm good.
There?
I got plenty of line on this braid. So you got any special, like for what we're doing here, a particular tide that works the best for you?
You can fish different sides of the inlet on different tides. Here, a lot of it has to do with boat traffic. Sometimes there's a lot of boat traffic coming through here. You get freighters coming through here, cruise ships.
One of the busiest inlets for sure in the state, and you look at Haulover just to the north, it's a tiny inlet, but I'll tell you what, traffic-wise, that's another heavily congested inlet, you know?
Yeah, there's, it's a major metropolitan area, a lot of people, a lot of boaters. And there went mine.
What happened?
I think he rubbed on a rock.
I don't know what happened with Gavet's fish. I think he was getting it under control. There was enough line out where when it made a run across the tops of the jetties, it got broken off on one of the rocks. So it was up to me now to get our big Jack Crevalle in.
We got some color back here. He's almost ready for you, Gavet.
All right.
Coming up to the top, breakwater. Check him out.
All right.
That big Jack.
These Jack Crevalles, they're probably one of the most common fish you'll encounter fishing these inlets. And they're one of my favorite fish, you know, for clients. They're crowd pleasers, and they rarely will they turn down an opportunity to feed.
They're just an awesome
Yeah, they're fun.
fish.
I mean, canal tunas, they got all kinds of names, but they're strong, good fighting
Canal
fish.
tunas, haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that?
No. Well, you know what, that canal tuna made you look like a fool when he ran you across the rocks over there.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a canal tuna.
Man, and that didn't take long, did it?
Nope, we just pulled up, threw out a couple baits, and fish on.
George's Tackle Locker. Brought to you by King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
Tackle Webs offer a full line of mesh-based suspending storage systems for all boat sizes. These systems, which affix temporarily or permanently, enable your most important terminal tackle items for that particular day of fishing to remain within quick and easy reach. In other words, no more digging through tackle bags. Their cooler webs, which affix to the underside of coolers, like on my Engle, make ideal storage for the likes of snacks and food items that need refrigeration but are best kept away from ice and water. They come in black and now Tackle Webs white. Their line of weather bags are perfect for keeping wallets, car keys, boat papers, and even phones protected from the elements. Check out the website for the full line of tackle webs, cooler webs, and related accessories.
Mercury Performance Stats, Haulover Inlet, Miami. Seas calm. Power, twin Mercury 150 horsepower and 4 strokes. Speed, 43 miles per hour. Total miles, 40. Total fuel burned, 15 gallons. George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly being brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. ACR, the leader in marine safety electronics. Papa's Pilar Artesian Crafted Rum. Order yours today at papaspilar.com. Float On, the original aluminum immersible boat trailer. King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
Gavet Tuttle and I are fishing Miami's Government Cut aboard Mako's new 236 center console.
All right, trying to get me in there, right on the edge of the rocks.
We go back at it. I'm pitching up there against the rocks, and no sooner did I just skip my bait off to where it comes off the edge of the rocks, I get a thump. Here comes another snook.
Check it, here we go. Little one, and check this out. There's
That's
right out.
That's the easiest way.
Send you back. Thank you for the fight, the friendship, and whatever else. That was so tight on the rocks.
Yeah.
Like I just bumped it off, went down, and boom.
You always know once you feel that little thump.
About the same time you're saying that you were marking a snapper, or getting snapper hits out.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's so diverse through here. There's all types of, I mean, we've seen tarpon rolling everywhere around us. You got snook up by the rocks, you got snappers, you got groupers out here in these channels, which may go try and do some of that a little bit, so.
As I mentioned, I grew up in Miami's Biscayne Bay, so it holds a very special part for me, and I just feel that I've got that Miami Biscayne Bay water flowing through my blood. It's just a beautiful stretch of waterway.
It's funny, whenever I have people on the boat from another state or another country, they're just amazed that you can have such a great fishery so close to a major metropolitan area, and it's really a nice population of fish and a nice fishery.
Gavet Tuttle and I had an exciting time fishing together. Not only is he an easy guy to be with, but he's a fun guy.
Every time I get a chance to fish with George, I look forward to it. I like having him on the boat. He's somebody I could say, hey, cast one over here, and boom, there's the cast there. He doesn't miss a lot of fish, and he's a pleasure to be with and spend time with.
And I think both of us proved, once again, that Miami's Biscayne Bay still has it, and sometimes in impressive fashion. Everything goes through these inlets at one point in time. And without a doubt, take advantage if you have the opportunity and give it a shot. Miami's Biscayne Bay, rarely does it disappoint. If you'd like to keep up with our fishing adventures, please follow me on Instagram. I'm at George Poveromo. On Facebook, I'm at facebook.com/George.Poveromo. And you can view our episodes at any time on our YouTube channel, George Poveromo TV. We'll see you out on the water.